Hi everyone, Luna Gamer Alex here, and this is YosUki and Games. And I'm alone in my game room. I live stream every single one of my gaming sessions since 2010, and I have been saving them to my YouTube channel. I do this to allow me to take a glimpse back at all of my gaming adventures, sort of a detailed observations of my life as a gamer. The session is starting now, and I thank you for watching. Doesn't he already do that though? No. Okay, I don't know what armor he... I just wish that all this information is accessible, like when you're leveling up the character. Light armor. Maybe you can do medium armor. Let's have him do medium armor because he's in the front line. grab everything. Almost totally overloaded. Oh, well, cannot travel because we have too much shit. Oh shit, I didn't even know that was a thing. Overloaded by 300. That's too much. Okay. There you go. Oh shit. Oh, I see. Okay.
Valerie, do you want to practice? How about a little one-on-one?
I accepted your offer once. The entire fight, instead of fencing honestly, you just tried to grab me. Thank you very much, but I can do without such practice.
Does he not do any, like, he only thinks about sex, that's it, him and that little elf? It's so crazy.
My breath.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have survived there. I'd have died under the lash, or jumped on a guard's spear.
I wouldn't have survived without you either. Your rage gave me hope, even on the edge of despair.
I think we need to drop off some of these things because it's making them tired and shit. We just wanted the money. So it's not worth to grab everything if you can't get to where you need to go quickly. Look at how much shit I got. But some of these are actually very nice. They have nice value. We'll just drop off some of these. Ooh, 12 gold. Okay, let's drop these. This is crazy. Okay. That's a little better.
It is done.
I'm not sure. See, this is why I hate selecting weapon focus. I think that's the worst freaking trait ever in RPGs, like these weapon focus traits. Just hate selecting them because what happens if you get a better weapon later, you know, it's just kind of silly. I think instead of like specific weapon, they just the trait should be like just for one-handed, dual wield, two-handed, range, you know, stuff like that. Not specific weapon type, you know. I always hated that. You can actually sell that. That's Yeah, 6-7 goal from there. That feels good.
No stopping now.
How may I serve you?
Onwards.
Stag Lord's gone. We found his fortress and sent the villain to oblivion. Oleg looks at you with respect, bordering on admiration. And good riddance. Maybe now we'll be able to actually live in the stolen lands rather than just surviving. Oleg sighs. Without a doubt, more people will flock here now. It will surely boost trade. But all the noise they'll bring with them, well, that's none of your concern. I bet you can't wait to return to Restov and report your great victory. Restov awaits. I plan to set off right away. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journey to make sure you can enjoy your trip back to Rostov.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the stolen lands and return with the Stag Lord's head. But I knew you could handle it.
I just noticed my cam is off. I don't think I can turn it on while I'm streaming, but I'm gonna try. I think I can deactivate and reactivate them. That might work. Yeah, there it is.
Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baroness before the High Society of Rostov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler.
Who's Natala Sertova, sister of King Nolesky and one of the most influential politicians in Brevoy?
But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
You mean as a spy? He's a freaking orc. Okay, lady. Kasil, a young half-orc with impeccable poise, performs a textbook perfect bow. Yeah, I'm gonna say, Jimandi, just what kind of game are you playing? I think I have the right to know.
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
What do I need to know about the history of Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal. The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Sertova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Eldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
The house Lebeda is based to the southwest of Lake Revkal in Brevoy, controlling the plains and additional portions of the lake's shipping. They consider to be Brevik Novel family that epitomizes Rosslyn, having significant Taldan blood, and appreciation for finer things, and a love of sword fighting. Success through grace. What do I need to know about the current political atmosphere?
We, the Eldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty. And the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be. Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Sertova, the former kings of Issia, but their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Sertova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
What role do I play in your plans?
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Isians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Sertovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going? Disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Mager Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
Oh, there were two more? Then don't the sword lords have any other foreign allies capable of playing this role?
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the sword lords who have fled from Koral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
What part does Rostov play in this game?
Rostov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori sword lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selenius.
If Natala is already here, why did she let you grant me the title? Who is Natala?
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a baroness, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view, and truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
What happens next?
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players. I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
Do you already know about my encounter with Violetta Lavra Tatricia?
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
I don't need an envoy.
Don't think I'm trying to impose a nanny or a spy on you.
You are.
We're neighbors now. You'll need someone knowledgeable about Brevoy's politics to act as an ambassador to your court. If you don't like Casil, you're free to choose someone else, but I won't be able to vouch for the loyalty or trustworthiness of another envoy.
Thank you. I'm going to speak with a guest.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
It's nice to see the beginning of a future noble family. At least in times of pestilence, a ridiculous attempt to sink into reverie, to digress from contemplating one's own insignificance. So it was you who dealt with the Stag Lord. Allow me to shake your hand. Oh, these young heroes, such bravery, such spirit. Well, I remember when I was your age. You're all saying the same thing. Oh, Hannes Drelev. This man, gorgeous clothes, heights, rippling muscle. Oh, how come he doesn't have a picture though? So how can we drool over him when we can't really see him? He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Oh, he's a dick. Baron Hannes Drelev, he says offhandedly, emphasizing the word Baron. And you must be the Stag Lord Butcher. I'm sorry. I quite forgot your name, but you took out the Stag Lord in this gang, and so Sword Lord Germandi is granting you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. Oh, does it mean I get to touch that muscular body? You're not very polite for a nobleman. Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Pray tell, what did you do to deserve your new dominion? A smirk appears on the Baron's face. How come he doesn't have a portrait picture? Come on. I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had slightly bigger muscles, army, Sword Lord Germani would have simply given me all of the stolen lands to me. Alas, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal, so she had to urgently make barons. Or the likes of you and Varn. So you have no army, no special merits, you were just given the land for being pretty? Under other circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words. But let's not ruin Lady Aldori's celebration. If you want so badly to sleep with me, we can do so another time. You're not very polite for a nobleman. Politeness must be deserved. Oh, he is an ass. One of those cute guys are just like complete assholes. Yeah. Nice to look at, and as soon as you start talking to them, your dick just wilts.
It is done.
Try the eclairs. They're delicious. To victory, to freedom. Bottoms up, there. I know these two are gonna fuck like crazy tonight. Who's that? Oh, that's the devil lady.
Will you drink with me?
Do you want to get right to business? Yeah, wasn't she being a bitch like last time she was here?
I'd say you like to walk a straight road and keep away from roundabouts. But jokes aside, I came to apologize. I know the words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldery might have offended you, but this was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. I hope you will forgive me for this weakness and for my harsh words. And I hope you will hear me out, for I have something to tell you.
First, I will listen to what you have to say. Then I will decide what to think of your repentance.
Fair enough. Then listen. As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine, possibly full of great treasures? A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Kabira, and it just so happens to be located in the lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire.
What could be better than a treasure hunt? I'm ready.
I'm sure you'd like to finally gain your official title and celebrate your victory. And I don't like noisy parties and ceremonies. Find me when you return to your dominion. I'll rent a house in your capital. We can discuss the details of our expedition there. So long, friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
Saluting you with the cup, the tiefling girl steps back and disappears in the shadows between the columns. A handsome man, another handsome guy with no picture. Okay. With a weather-beaten face, grasps your hand tightly in his rough, callous palms. Unlike the rest of the guests, in the festive clothes, he wears a simple robe. The only luxury you see on him is a holy symbol of Eraso. Oh no. Not a hot but useless guy. The other guests look at him with respect, some bordering on awe. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Oh, he's kinda hot. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Esbanti Ki, the High Priest of Erastel and Restov. Bringing law into the stolen lands is a difficult endeavor. I would be grateful for any help you could spare. Why are we asking a priest to help with that? This is a truly noble undertaking. I believe our community will be able to provide you with reasonable assistance. We will help you construct a shrine in your capital for your church. If I really, it's probably needed in the gameplay, you know, the game benefits, stats benefits, or whatever. I don't know how the barony system works, but I wouldn't have no house of prayers in my fucking kingdom. Do many people in Restov venerate Erastil? They revere many gods in Restov. They pray to Abadar, patron of cities. Did I already read about Abadar? The god of walls and ditches. The Eastern Dragon Empires is known to be a patient deity, maintaining a strong neutral stance in his actions. It set forth to expand civilization among the peoples of Galorian. And Pharasma, a gatherer of souls. There are also some more rare cults, but there's no denying that the Stag Lord has the largest congregation here. The Stag God, which is Erastil. Stag Lord. And no wonder People here have lived off farming and hunting for centuries. You're dressed surprisingly simple for such a festive occasion. You're showing me your muscles with your ripped clothing. Is that what she's actually saying? The corners of the priest's mouth turn up in a faint smile. The nobles dress in silks and satins to stand out from the poor. A priest wears a simple robe to stand out from the nobles. Yeah, but I can't see your face, and you're probably not interested in sex anyway. It was an honor to meet you. Goodbye. The rest will keep you, yeah. He's a total religious nut.
No stopping now.
Oh, Valerie's already sitting down. That's funny. Truth be told, I'm not really comfortable here. I lost my taste for high society.
Onwards.
Ew, and then an ugly guy is gonna have a picture. Come on now, Lander. A handsome, okay. So I guess the definition of handsome in this game is it's a very loose definition of handsome. A well-dressed young man of about 17 years old looks at you with a polite smile. So you're the famous slayer of the Stag Lord's gang, soon to be a baroness. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Just Lander, no last name, no title. Well, let's just say that I'm here incognito under my circumstances. It's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Truth be told, that's precisely what I wanted to speak with you about. You see, I'm an heir to one of Brevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baroness with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I travel the country in secret, without servants, so I can see it for myself, not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Brevoy if I'm going to rule a part of it someday. I know Jamandi wants to impose a stepson on you as an emissary of Brevoy. Refuse. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained this half-orc to swing a sword, I've been training to rule since I was a child. It'll be of greater use to you, both now and the future, after I have a firm position in my family. 1, you're ugly. 2, you're underage. You are too young. How old was the half-orc stepson of Jamari? Yeah, I have more use of an adult emissary. Are you from Rostovic nobility? Oh no, I'm not from here. I'm just visiting, you could say. Yeah, how can we trust this? For all we know, that this guy could work with the opposing kingdom, so I want to see. I mean, if he's not willing to tell us his lineage, then and like I said, he's too young and too ugly. I wanted to see for myself the heroes who managed to conquer the frontier lands, and the Lord Mayor was kind enough to invite me to this wonderful party. Just tell me again what you're doing here. I travel the country in secrets without servants. Oh, we already talked about that. Tell me once more what you want from me. Oh. No. He does have a point though, but the problem is he's not telling us where he's from. But he does have a point. I mean, he has good connections. Like he's a son of a nobility, but we just don't know how they're influential or not. You know, I mean, I'll consider your proposal. Yes, do so, and carefully. Their wine is alright, nice and strong, but the appetizers, barely a mouthful. Fuck you, Lindsay. Pour up to the brim so that oh, I must be drunk. I forgot the line. Yeah, fuck Lindsay. I didn't even want her in my official party, but she's still lingering about the frickin' because the problem with this game, and this is the part of the game that I didn't like last time I played this, is Lindsay is the narrator, but Lindsay is not a likable character because I think even back then, she chose to betray me at the very beginning of the game, where she said, "Oh, I'll go with Tatuccio," and Tatuccio looks like an evil bastard, and she was talking shit about Tartuccio's being suspicious and all that, and then she chose Tartuccio anyway to go with him. And then there was the inconsistency. Even though Lindsay wasn't in your party, she still writes as if she's in your party, you know, in your quest log and all that. So I think that's the big miss in this game, is having Lindsay narrate this whole thing. She's not a good character. Ooh, I guess he looks alright. He's you can choose this portrait actually when you play the game. So if you've chosen for your character, if you've chosen this portrait, they'll put something else here. This man is obviously more comfortable in the battlefield than the company of nobles. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he's wearing doesn't quite fit properly, as though it was borrowed. He has a few pale scars across his face, and his dark hair is drawn into an unkempt ponytail with a few streaks of gray running through it. He greets you with a broad smile and a firm handshake. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mager Varn, the new ruler of Dunsword. The frontier region known as Dunsword on the easternmost side of the Stolen Lands borders the steppes of Casmarin. Dunsword is characterized by low, grassy plains circled by mountain ranges and is dotted with ancient structures of lost civilizations. Long ago, a bustling empire reigned over these lands. Nowadays, all that remains of the ancient glory are crumbling ruins and the half-destroyed words of alien wisdom that are inscribed on the walls of unknown tombs. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everyone could exterminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team. How did you earn your title of baron? Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Jamandi Eldori needed someone reliable to take hold of the territory, excuse me. I'm the captain of a mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Runling host. Have you heard of us? No? No matter. We've done work for Jamandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, clean it of the most brazen monsters, and built a small fort to hold the place. And for that, a barony and a land to own. It was a dream job. How do you feel about being a noble? Looking at his rich clothes, Varn smirks, like a peasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. He nods towards an arrogant man at the corner of the room. See that lad, Baron Drillaf, the one without the picture, but even though he's supposed to be hot and muscular under his unassuming clothing, he's not like us. Who knows what gentleman of Baron he is. Didn't even shake my hands. You and me, we're like dirt beneath his boots. That's why those like us, newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise he'd take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. It was nice meeting you. Farewell. Goodbye. Once you've settled in, come pay us a visit. Hey, why are you talking to Kestern? Oh, they have something going on. Kestern is kind of hot. Well, to teach you, who else come? How did we? Maybe I've had too much, one too many.
March on.
It's probably pretty hot with that beer breath. They call this a feast. I'd show them some real festivities if they'd let me. These people are not just celebrating. It seems your feat has given them new hope. It's nice to see the beginning of a future noble family. Shanda Merve. Ah, yes. I see good old rest stop hasn't changed a bit. Even the smell in the street's the same. It smells like pee. Oh, here's Sotova. She doesn't have a picture. Come on now. All these important characters, they need to have portraits, you know. So Natala Sotova is discussing something with an unfamiliar old lady in a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. You were not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. Is this a threat, bitch? I don't play around. I would never. I simply wish to warn you, in case you don't fully realize the fate that awaits you and your barony. What do you think awaits us? Nothing good. I fear the Aldori, our dearest friends, didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. You see, they're preparing to separate from Brevoy. It will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your land will be the first to endure the strike from Brevoy's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial stone in independent rest stop to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on even that, really. What would you propose? In your situation, the most reasonable course of action would be to align yourself with the lawful rulers of Brevoy, the noble houses. The Eldori won't dare to rebel, knowing they will immediately become entrapped. You could help Brevoy avoid a civil war, while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in hands. So why did they mysteriously vanish? It sounds like the Issia, the Issian Empire had something to do with it, or country or whatever, territory. Just because of the way that this person talks, you know. I believe Jamandi has already attempted to impose a guard on you as a mercenary. I'm guessing her low-born stepson, the green-skinned boy, Castle. It's up to you, of course, but I would recommend you a different envoy. Please meet Shanda Murphy, an experienced diplomat who's more familiar with Brevoy's politics than any brawler could be. Oh, how could I say no to Chandra Murphy? That was the other option for my character portrait for Ingrid Dickfuller here. It's between this or the head nun, between these two. So I guess if I would have picked the picture right now, the portrait for Chandra now, then Chandra would become the head nun would be Chandra. Oh, this is amazing. I have to pick her. Well, I don't know. I like a big, strong half-orc. I have to... wow, there are 3 options. I don't remember this at all. I mean, the longest I played this game was 20 hours, I think, with the first character that I played. 20-30 hours. I don't remember having this difficult of a choice here. The very beginning of the game between these 3 envoys. But I'm tempted with Chandra, but definitely not. Well, so since the reason why they did this It's because then you know that the kid doesn't work with the Isian people. So the kid is a part of another noble family, that is. The old woman stands next to Natala, gives you a slight bow. I would be happy to help you establish diplomatic relations with Brevoy. This is interesting. Oh, and then even look at the character. Even she's wearing what my character Ingrid is wearing. That's what I want to have my character wearing. That is so funny. That's my character model right there. Oh, this is so funny. Think on it. Do not make any hasty decisions. I mean, it seems like she doesn't like Rostov at all, too. I mean, this comment about the smelling cum from, you know, behind the pillars and all that, you know, so...
No stopping now. Follow me.
Today is a historic day for Rostov, maybe for all of Brevoy. Yosef Selemius, an older man with full sideburns, looks at you with interest through a golden eyeglass. Well now, if it isn't the hero of festivities, the protege of our dear Jonandi, you pulled this all off quite cleverly, I confess. I wasn't convinced your enterprise would succeed. I even bet a bottle of my best Pitaxian wine against you. But I'm happy to admit I was wrong. You know that Landy, the ugly boy, might be a Pitaxian freaking spy. The Eldori have always been adept at finding new talent. I don't believe we've been introduced. So it would seem. I'm Yosef Selenius, Lord Mayor of Rostov. I've ruled this town and the adjacent lands. As your northern neighbor, I hope we can look forward to a long and fruitful friendship. So you rule Rostov, and what about the Eldori? Brevoy's politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many. Here in this part of Rusland, the spirit of northern freedom still lives. We're loyal to the throne, of course. Maybe the gods prolong the life of His Highness, but here from the dominion of the great houses, we have our own way of life. It's especially important now, after certain events that I probably don't need to name. King Naleski Sartova has reigned over the nation of Brevoy since 4699. When the entirety of the ruling house Rogarvia mysteriously vanished, he succeeded King Urzan Rogarvia prior to taking the crown and dragon-scale throne within the Ruby Fortress in New Stettin. Sartova ruled Port Ice as have members of House Sartova for more than 1,000 years. The Eldori sword lords used to rule Rosslyn. They're still the largest landowners of main military force in the region, but it's not for nothing that Rostov is called a free city. We're proud to choose the Lord Mayor from among the citizens, considered not by their lineage, but by their own merits. What kind of events were you talking about? Mayor Selenius gives you a patronizing smile. Why? An aspiring politician needs to be well informed. I'm talking, of course, about the disappearance of the ruling House Rogarvia. Can you imagine it? Old man Korol conquered our land 2 centuries ago. It would be shameless to lie, to say that nobody wished his royal house could just disappear into thin air. But once that exact thing happened, turned out nobody was ready for it. Poof, all over the country, every member of the royal house disappeared without a trace. Nobody knows what happened. It is a mystery, but a mystery pregnant with opportunity for everyone. Pregnant. Why can't you just say mystery constipated with the opportunity for everyone? How are things in Rostov? I don't want to boast, but things have been going well in recent years. Trade prospers, population grows, and citizens are happy. Although recently, especially after the disappearance of House Rogarvia, more and more troublemakers have been appearing, and people are talking about the most shocking things. But those sorts of rumors aren't worthy of your attention. Please wait a moment. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself, and from what I've been told, is somewhat in need of financial assistance. I could organize and supply everything you need for the construction and spread out the cost of an extremely favorable terms. I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would give you a good start. In exchange, I would ask a small favor until you repay the debt in full. You simply assume the obligation of contracting building services to Rostov's Builders Guild. Do we have a deal? These guys don't play around. They don't play around. Since they seem to trust this guy, I mean, okay, I would be happy to accept the offer. Then it's a deal. I'll get everything in order right away and schedule a delivery immediately into Digest. I fell for that trick. The feeling's mutual, I assure you. I'm looking forward to hearing more of your dazzling successes soon. I wish I could talk to Castle Aldor, because I want to know more about him. You know, to convince him not to pick Chandra, but it seems like Chandra is a bitch.
No stopping now.
I'll stop here. I'll sleep on it, and so when I come back next time, we'll decide who is gonna be our envoy. It's not gonna be ugly young lander, that's for sure. So it's really between the half orc and the what's supposed to be the nun character. I regretted choosing this look. What can you do? I hate that this game, if they want to have a certain character have a certain look, then those portraits should not have been allowed to be used by the players, But yeah, this game is weird like that. Like, what's his name? Keston. If you choose that handsome knight portrait, then they replace his portrait with somebody else too, but that knight picture matches the character model. So it's like this nun here matches this portrait here because this is supposed to be her. But anyway, yeah, that's a shame because I feel silly now. But how could I know that this was gonna be an actual character in the game? I mean this, not this picture.